So while Jesse cleans up, I would like to thank you all for your generosity with supporting the regional activities like the communication days, as well as 4-H scholarships. And here are some 4-H facts for you. Over 830 members in the southern region are active members in 4-H. There's also over 200 volunteer leaders, which includes over 50 clubs. Last year, we celebrated 100 years of 4-H in Alberta. That's quite a bit, isn't it? So now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Christopher Mills. Christopher is a 10-year-old member of the Retlaw Prairie 4-H Beef Club in the Taber District. This is Christopher's second year in 4-H. His projects include Market Steer, Market Lamb, Ewe Lamb, and Yearling Ewe. Last summer, Christopher had the opportunity to attend the regional junior camp at Elkwater, and he also attended a junior provincial camp at the 4-H Center up at Battle Lake. Christopher's favorite part of his summer camp experience was Shirley's cooking. Christopher looks forward to many more years of camps and 4-H activities. Christopher Mills, this is the life for me. This is the life for me, Christopher Mills.
Wide open spaces, clear blue skies, and just the slightest hint of cow manure. Life doesn't get much better than this. Madam Chairperson, oh, forget that. I love living on a farm. Now, don't get me wrong. I can see some benefits to living in town. For starters, I wouldn't have to get up so early for school. Right now, I have to be up just after 6 o'clock, so I have time to do chores, get ready, and make it to the bus. If I lived in town, I could probably sleep in until at least 7:30, if not longer. When you live in town, you can go to the store any time you want. And in the summer, I could just walk to the swimming pool. Town definitely has its advantages, but farm life is the life for me. On the farm, you can have animals. I have 2 big dogs, Zoe and Tessa, my cat Dorito, few sheep, and some cows. We also had chickens, pigs, and llamas. I like our cows the best. This year, I sold my cow Aunt Cynthia, but I still have South America, Sadie, and Twix, and they will be having calves right around Easter. I always get so excited when the new calves are born. Living on a farm, I can ride my quad wherever. I love being able to ride my quad through the pastures and around our fields. You sure can't do that in town. I like when my dad has gravel delivered, because then I can ride my quad up and over the gravel pile. Another thing I can do on my farm is drive our little blue tractor. My dad has taught me how to drive the tractor, and sometimes he will start it for me and let me drive it around the farm just for practice. Sometimes I help my dad too by driving the skid steer for him. I may not be able to reach the pedals, but he'll set it high enough for me when he drives the service truck or the grain truck out to the fields, and I will follow him in the skid steer. I am a big help to him. My dad has also taught me how to mow the lawn last year, so I was able to drive the mower. It was fun mowing the lawn until I must have hit something and broke the blade off. Finally found it, and my dad was happy because he was able to weld it all back together. We also have a mini truck, and our neighbor Bryden taught me how to drive the mini truck a couple years ago. And last summer, my dad let me drive the mini truck. He may have only let me use first and second gear, but it was worth it. I gave my friend Porter a ride last summer, and we went all over the pasture and up and down our driveway. Porter is younger than me, so he thought I was pretty cool, because I can drive. And we spent a lot of the summer, and I mean a lot of the summer, cruising low and slow. We have this old water hole out in the middle of our field, and it is full of black, slimy, mud. And if you get too close to it, your vehicle will sink out of sight. For whatever reason, my dad can't seem to stay away. A couple of winters ago, the water hole was pretty frozen, and my dad thought that it'd be a good idea to go do donuts on the ice. The water there is salt water, so it wasn't really that frozen. And splat! We were stuck in the middle of our water hole with our one tire through the ice. Of course, no traction on the ice, so we were just slipping. I'm getting pretty good at steering the vehicles as he pulls them out of the water hole. My dad and I are building a mud bogger. I think we'll probably practice down there. I have been born and raised on the farm, and this is one boy who will always choose country nights over city lights.
So our final speaker this afternoon is Kiera Porteous. Kiera Porteous is a 15-year-old member of the Generations of Tomorrow 4-H Club. Her projects include Creative Options and Breeder Goat. This is her 5th year in 4-H. Kiera states that she has grown so much as an individual over the past 4 years and credits this to the leadership skills that she has gained through the 4-H program. She feels that 4-H provides youth with the entire package, from involving members with hands-on experience to engaging us in learning about life, all while teaching members to strive to become leaders. Kiera believes that 4-H truly makes a difference. Kiera Porteous, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, Kiera Porteous.
Madam Chairman and fellow guests, what if I told you that in the future, your refrigerator will place your grocery order for you, and your thermostat will self-monitor to your preference when you enter a room? It's not any different than telling today's generation that 100 years ago, they used ice boxes to chill their food. I guarantee you, both generations would look at you as I would. Today, everyone's daily activities include some form of technology. My age literally doesn't know life without today's electronics. Do you email, text on your personal cell phone, go on Snapchat or Twitter, watch a program that is PVR on TV, or surf the net? Each of these forms of electronics are used by millions of people every minute of the day. I wonder, my great-great-grandmother would think about me watching a YouTube video on my iPad of how to balance on a hoverboard. Will my children even know how to play kick the can or hide and go seek? Now let's take a look at a few most prominent technological advancements. Let's start with electricity. Imagine living in the 1900s with only oil lamps and candles. If I take a quick glance around my home, there are 3 to 4 lights per room that are turned on by a flick of a switch. I don't have to make sure that there's enough wood in our fireplace to heat our home through the night. Our fireplace is merely for decoration and ambiance. Next, let's think about transportation. The main form of transportation in the early 1900s was primarily horses, via rail, or by ship. It took weeks to do, it takes hours for us now. The thought of having to saddle a horse every time to go to town for essentials, when now we can just hop in our car with the push of a button and Siri will let us know when you have reached your destination.